Hey guys, so in this video I wanted to talk about triads and how they lay out all over the neck, right? So if you're like most guitar players and you're in the beginner or intermediate stages of your playing or whatever, you probably know all of these shapes. Whatever. So these are known as cowboy chords by a lot of people, right? But a lot of players tend to forget to learn triad shapes, just basic triads all over the neck and in all their inversions. Now, learning these shapes can really unlock the fretboard for you, and it can also yield some really cool sounds. And if you know how to repurpose the triads, you can get some really cool, hip, exotic kind of sounds, right? So what I'd like to do today is simply go over all these shapes and discuss both closed and open triads, right? Now, closed triads are triads that the voicing falls within an octave, and open triads, of course, are beyond the octave, right? So for the closed triads, I'll simply show you the shapes on strings 2, 3, and 4, and I'll leave you the task of moving them to the different strings, right? So for the closed triads, we'll base all of these chords on G. So G major, root position, first inversion, second inversion, and G minor, root position, first inversion, and second inversion. G diminished, and G augmented, where the shape is the same for all of them because this is one of the symmetrical chords, right? So those are all the closed position shapes, and like I said, I'll leave it to you to move them, all over the fretboard. But just to give you an example, so you'll have to use your ear a little bit and a little bit of simple, common sense, and you'll be able to move them around and just make sure you actually do that because it'll really unlock the fretboard for you. Right, so for open position triads, all you have to do is take the middle note in the voicing and bump it up an octave, right? So now, some of these are going to be kind of uncomfortable and will seem a little bit impractical, but just because of the stretches, right? But once you get up to the higher frets, they're much easier to access and, in my opinion, are worth learning because, again, you can get some really cool sounds out of them. If you've ever listened to like Eric Johnson, he does some really cool stuff with open triads, right? So we'll just go right into it, and these will be based on C, right? So we're gonna use the middle 4 strings in different combinations, okay? So root position for C major. That's okay. First inversion, second inversion, all right, now C minor, see, that one's already getting kind of stretchy, but up here it's not too bad. It's when you get down here that it's kind of uncomfortable, right? So diminished, and augmented. Simple enough, right? So as you practice these, in addition to playing them in their inversions like that, make sure you take them up the chord scale. You know, just every different way that you can learn the shapes will just add to your bag, right? So, for example, if we're in C major, D minor, right? F major, G major, and so on. And also do it with the inversions, of course, you know, let's say first inversion open. Right? Oh, sorry. And so on. So anyway, yeah, make sure you just practice it as many ways as you can. And so all of this information is on the PDF in the blog post in the description of this video. Make sure you download that and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like this and want more. Thanks.